we are today with Maria Benedetti. She's the famous author of in Puerto Rico about the trees and plants of Puerto Rico and how they interact with the local people of this area.
Right.
And so we're doing a little tour showing her what we have here on our property. And
it's so beautiful here. It's lovely. I'm so impressed that you were able to come in here and physically haul each piece of wood to this place to create your home. It's very, very impressive and beautiful.
Yeah, and it's been fun to show her some of the trees that we have growing that are in her new book. For instance, the Mavi. What were you saying about the Mavi?
Well, the Mavi has a really important wood. It's resistant to salt water, so the fishermen would always use Mavi if they had this wood to make their nasas, the traps, the fishing traps. But the bark of this tree has been used to cure all kinds of really bad infectious diseases. And from that same bark, a traditional drink was called Mavi, and it was like a kombucha, traditional kombucha.
Effervescent. Right?
Effervescent, prebiotic, yeah, and that was used a lot.
I like the story of the man with the champagne taste, but the Mavi budget.
Yeah. That's
it's
right.
kind of like what you say with beer, but in this case it was the Mavi.
That's right. People made a lot of Mavi, and it was considered a medicinal drink when it's made traditionally. Now the Mavi that's commercially available is just sugar. It's not really good, but people would use it as a poison remedy for being poisoned,
or getting sick, like you were saying, some of the antibacterial.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was very important, but of course it couldn't compare to something like champagne that you would have to buy with real money. So people did say that if someone, always bought expensive things, or if a guy had his sights on someone who was, of a greater social class, they would say that you have champagne taste, but you have a budget of Mavi.
En este libro son endémicos de nuestra área, de las Antillas. Se sembraba para él una palma real.
When a boy was born in the farms in Puerto Rico, they would plant a royal palm tree for him.
Y cuando ese nene llegaba a tener 20 años y quería casarse, el papá le decía: ahí está tu palma, córtala, ahí tienes la madera para tu choza.
So when it was like 20 years and that boy decided to start his family, the father would say, there is your palm, go and cut it, and you can start your home with that.
And there's a bunch of them on this property, and they're even falling and sprouting. And we were talking about the little gallitos.
Yeah. Well, this particular tree is very easy to recognize even when it's not fruiting, because the leaves grow in pairs. And the tree is actually named after one of the Greek gods of matrimony, Hymenaea. When you go see a Hymenaea, Kurbaril, that's the scientific name of this tree. And it is one of the great survival trees. It's one of the best woods we have for construction and making any kind of furniture and musical instruments. But it's also, the fruit of this tree is so nutritious. It's so loaded with calcium and iron, and especially B vitamins.
But it's not liked because it has that little bit of a stinky toe flavor.
It's considered, very poor man's sort of food, but there are many, many recipes for making it into delicious gourmet desserts and, drinks and things like that. So, you just have to get to know it a little bit. It's truly something that if you have a lot of it, you know, if you read that book and you if you practice with it, you'll be able to turn chefs in Rincon onto it.
Okay, yeah,
They'll
we know
be
a few
making
people.
wonderful
Nice.
things
And
out of
as
it.
you can see, we have a lot that's fallen.
It's an amazing food. It's just an amazing food.
Gracias, abuelos de esta tierra, botánicos todos, santiguadores y componedores, comadronas y agricultores. Gracias, gracias, gracias.
What's the name of it? Kamase.
Kamase. Here it's interesting. You don't have really 6, but it's una cama, dos cama, tres cama, cuatro cama, cinco cama, seis. And this is a great source of food for birds and all kinds of. And you'll find on this farm you probably have maybe 4 or 5 different varieties of kamase. This is the same, but you'll probably get a hairy one, a tiny little one, and a really big one.
Right.
And they all have edible fruits like blueberries, but the bigger ones are actually the size of blueberries and kind of taste like blueberries. Very nice. This is lovely.
Okay, well, we just walked through the gardens with Maria, and we saw many beautiful things, and we're hoping to collaborate with her in the future.
I hope so too. I hope that'll be wonderful.
Yeah, and Maria's going to be doing some projects of her own, so stay tuned and buy her book.